Live. This is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is Thursday, the eve of Friday. It is June 14th, 2012, and here's your update for today. Let's go into the Extinction Protocol 2012 first. Now we'll go into, hold on a minute. Let me go into SOT.net. Earth changes first. Quakes along section of San Andreas more frequent than thought. Heads up, San Andreas is having quakes. It talks about the San Andreas fault. Alright. Baseball-sized hail hits Dallas, Texas area today. A once-in-50-years storm, more flood misery as UK set to be hit by 70-mile-an-hour winds and months' worth of rain in the next 24 hours. Massive landslide closes highway in Costa Rica. Fukushima Daiichi from nuclear power plant to nuclear weapon number 1. Wow. And this is yesterday, and this was in Anthony Hall, Veterans Day, Wednesday, 13 June 2012. Say it again. Fukushima Daiichi from nuclear power plant to nuclear weapon number 1. Our world is faced with a crisis that has never before been envisaged in its whole existence. Envisioned, but it's not spelled the same. In its whole existence. The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything. Okay, I don't hear this. 71 confirmed dead in yet another Afghanistan earthquake. Mount Washington covered in snow for record 3rd June in a row. .1 earthquake shakes Southern California. And freak snowstorm in Swiss Valley. Oh. Okay. Gosh, have to dates are off. Hold on, stand by. Oh, it's June 14th. I guess SOT just put some of this up. Dated it the 13th, but today it's the 14th. Don't know. Wasn't there yesterday, some of it when I reported, so very strange. It's like the late news. Something's going on with SOT.net. Heads up. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's just close this box. The Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond. It's back. Middle Ages scourge of Black Death popping up in affluent regions of U.S. They're saying it's in New Mexico. Also, the Oregon Live. There's a man that got sick a few days after being bitten as he tried to get a mouse away from a stray cat. The cat died days later. I don't know if he got bit by the mouse or by the cat. But they said about 11 cases of plague a year. in the United States. Heads up! Let me tell you something. I visited Italy. There are cats everywhere. For those people who don't like stray cats. Let me explain something. When I went to Italy, cats were everywhere, in every corner. You'd look, there was like thousands of cats. You walk down the street, cats in every place. That's what stopped the plague. You go ahead, you cat haters, and say, oh, let's trap the cats, and let's do this and that. Let me tell you something. Cat haters out there. They keep the rodent population down. Not these little black boxes out there from some exterminator. Do you understand what I'm saying? The cats naturally get rid of the rodents, the rats, and the other weird stuff. You get rid of the cats, then the plague's really going to come back. And then you're going to wish you had the cats. Because that's the only way it stopped the last time. Or don't you remember your history? The cats killed the rats. It wasn't just being clean. It was the cats killing the rats. So, here to the old cat ladies that are out there feeding the cats, making sure, yeah, catch some release, catch and release, and they clip the ear, so cat's fixed. But here to the cats out there and the elderly ladies. Some men do it too, but it's mainly women I see. They'll go out there, make sure the kitty cat's not starving all the way to death out there. Put out a little food. I don't care. Without the cats, and also, what are the fleas going to jump on if there are no more anything out there? They're going to jump on you anyway. Sun unleashes another CME blast which should hit Earth on June 16th. Heads up! Heads up. I believe this weekend's going to be Father's Day too. Father's Day is coming up. Heads up, Sunday is Father's Day. Heads up. Get ready to make some phone calls. Someone called the people who know single dads too. They should call them. Call your dad. Call your stepdad. Call people you know that are dads. Whoa! Also, guys that have pets. A lot of men out there have pets. They're the daddy to the pets. Remember that. Alrighty then. Putin threatens timely response to U.S. missile defense system in Europe. Egypt descends into more chaos as parliament is dissolved and military assumes control. Bright asteroid flies by Earth today, poses no threat of collision. And this is dated June 14th, 2012 space. And it's going to go by Earth on June 14th, about 23:10 UTC. And what are they, about 6 hours ahead? Probably happened already. Okay. Reports of, you don't hear about it till the last minute now. Reports of bear sightings on the rise in Montana. Heads up. Yeah. Keep looking at the dates because it flies back and forth to the 13th to the 14th. I don't know what's going on. Massive landslide closes highway in Costa Rica. Nightmare unfolding. Bottom falls out of Spain's housing market. Prices decline by lowest level on record. Max, stop. Just ate a big dinner. Now he's grumbling around. Bond yields hit 7%. Digging a hole under my chair. Torrential rains pound Taiwan, leaving 6 dead and thousands homeless. Heads up. Shallow 4.1 magnitude earthquake rattles downtown Los Angeles. And he had one, what, a couple weeks ago? Heads up. Heads up. Things are on the move. Make sure you have plenty of water. Heavy stuff is off of your bookshelves. Things that will break. Nice pictures you care about. Take them down and lean them against the walls. Just take them down, put them somewhere where they're not going to break. Don't sleep under anything heavy. The 4.1 earthquake parts of Southern California on Wednesday. Temblor was centered in the Yobalinda area and occurred at 8:17 p.m. Yeah, usually you don't have them that time. Heads up, it's usually 3 in the morning. Alright, June 14th. Strange time to have one. Heads up. Eurozone, critical mass, how it could all go down this summer with Italy and Finland exiting and banks in flames. Okay. Yeah, I read that yesterday. Wow. Well, we'll just get rid of this one. Alrighty. The Watchers. Watching the world. Well, we'll try it again. There it is, the Watchers. Tropical storm Carlota moving towards Mexico. Population growth producing more environmental stress. Another long-duration solar flare erupted from sunspot 1504, magnitude 1.9. Huge asteroid flyby today, how to watch online. 23. Approach on June 14th, 2310 UT. It's 300 to 700 meters wide. 14 lunar distances. No danger of an impact on this pass. Oh, that's nice. Strong and damaging, magnitude 5.3 earthquake hit Turkey near Cernak and Syria border. Iraq is fighting desertification with planting thousands of trees. Okay, let's see. CME cloud is about to affect Venus, Earth, and Mars. And that's sunspot number 1504. It's growing, poses a growing threat for Earth. Directed M-class flares. Heads up. Tropical storm Gucho is getting closer to the Philippines. Sudden sandstorm swept across the beach in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, and that's it for the Watchers. Moving on. Oh, here we go. Fukushima. E-Energy News. E-N-E News. The Energy News. Manichi. Government tells university researchers to stop radiation tests on Fukushima residents. Testing people stirs uneasiness, so we would like you to stop it. Say it again. Manichi. Government tells university researchers to stop radiation tests on Fukushima residents. Testing people stirs uneasiness, so we would like you to stop it. No, not testing them. They already know that. They know that you're not testing them. They're not idiots. Why do you treat your people like they're dumbed down? They already know. And they're the ones requesting the test, obviously, because the government isn't doing their job in providing it for free. TEPCO is not providing the tests for free. You got the universities testing them because they're the scientists. They're the scientists that want to know what's going on because they're also over there. Don't you think that? You're going to try to stop science? Are you going to go burn books? What are you doing next? Huh? Obviously, there's something wrong going on here. What's really going on? Okay? The whole world's watching this. This is watch. No one. Why are we doing business with Japan? Why are we? Are we doing business with Japan? When they have crimes against humanity? You know, and they're in the middle of big lawsuits? Why are we doing business? You know, and why are we letting them decide our fate in the rest of the world? That is my question to out there from all over the world who gets this transmission. Why are you letting Japan decide if your country's gonna get irradiated or not? Why are you letting the nuclear industry pollute your country? Do you think that's what's really good for your economy? Please. I don't care how many people you're trying to depopulate, but you're making the land it's not habitable afterwards. Do you understand? You're going to try to do the mass depopulation. All right. But then the land is not good anymore. So, all you elites, you can't visit Japan anymore. You can't go travel there. Right? Fukushima, you can't, and sooner or later it's going to be Tokyo, and sooner or later it's going to spread all around the world. And in fact, I do own 360 acres on Mariners Ridge. Bought it off eBay. It's registered with, I guess, with Washington. So, you can't move on to my property unless I decide to let you lease it. How's that one? I'm a property owner of Mars, land on Mars. I have the deed. It's just like the swamp land in Florida. It's like the desert in Antelope Valley. Now it's going to be worth something. At least I was smart enough to buy something off this planet. Huh. Better not put up your housing and your little bubble things and your labs on my property either. That's trespassing. Yeah. And you think I'm being stupid. They are planning on colonizing Mars. And guess what? I own a little chunk of it right there. And that's not small. That's not a small amount either, 360 acres. Alrighty then. I'm a futurist. I'm also going to be chronically frozen. If anyone's ever seen this, this is so I'm chronically frozen. Okay. So, think about that one too. So, people used to say, oh, what are you talking about cloning? What are you talking about nanotechnology? This was back in 94, okay? They'll never have that. That's all the naysayers, the conspiracy. Oh, it's a conspiracy theorist. And as soon as they cloned that goat, it was a sheep, a goat. As soon as they cloned the sheep, forgot the sheep's name, then all of a sudden, oh, well, tell me more about this. Then they came out with nanotechnology. Oh, well, maybe I should learn a little more. Now I'm telling you, out there, you elite, you go ahead and depopulize this. You're depopulizing yourself too. The bloodlines are no longer, they're all tainted. Your bloodlines are not, they're tainted. You're not pure anymore. You've been breathing in the same air that everyone else has been breathing in. Alright? Which causes chromosome DNA damage. Yeah. How about that one? And now you got the little smarty pants meters out there. I'm going to show you what happened when I first turned this on. I'm going to flip this around and go into the first take of this show because I want you to see what's going on. And they're taking pictures from the other side. I want to show you this because it had the crosshairs all over the place. Now let's move on. Mystery continues. Professor theorizes black substance on roads is actually radioactive particles. Phenomenon occurs even in regular soil containing no cyanobacteria. All roadside dirt can have high radiation regardless of color. Japan diplomat. It is speculated that melt-throughs at reactors 1 through 3 might lead to unintended criticality or steam explosion. Oh, I wonder, melt-through. Oh, there was a melt-through. They were saying it was still under control. Professor Hayawakawa, we have to surmise that the radiation may have spread to Osaka. Well, you're burning it all over the place, right? Aren't you burning some in Osaka? Heads up, don't drink Osaka. Don't buy, no sake, dudes. No, no. Sushi. And one time I had bought some seafood, like it was seaweed salad. This was a long time ago. This is when Fukushima first went off. Maybe a couple months after that. I ended up getting seaweed salad, right? That's shipped in a regular supermarket. I'm not going to mention the supermarket name because they're all owned, basically, the major chains are owned by only a few people. So I bought this seaweed salad. And I asked the guy, where do you get this from? Japan. They freeze it and they take it over here. We're probably still doing it. Alright? They're still buying stuff from Japan. Just so you know. And some of it's and I bought some seaweed once. I didn't eat it. I ended up throwing it away. But it was from Japan, from Tokyo area, shipped to China to be packaged, and then distributed out of China. Heads up. You better think about that one. And you think you're being sneaky? Hey, China, you're handling a bunch of radioactive stuff too? Real sneaky, huh? But guess what? You're handling radioactive stuff and everyone's getting contaminated. Asahi reports on highly radioactive mysterious bacteria around Japan. Children touching at baby strollers nearby. Government claims no immediate effects on human health. Okay, no immediate effects on human health, meaning right then, within the first, immediate? Let's say within the first 24 hours, that's immediate. Down the road, it could be, maybe 2 weeks later, a month later, a year later, then you can have effects. So, but when they say no immediate effects, meaning right away, immediate, look up the word immediate, no immediate effects on human health. No, you can walk down the street and it'll take a while, and then maybe 48 hours later, maybe a year later. Nuclear expert number 4 fuel pool may have 5 times more cesium-137 than estimated. Either way, all of Japan would be an evacuation zone. Either way, all of Japan would be an evacuation zone, not just Tokyo. Didn't I say that? All of Japan. Ugh. And who's going to want the Japanese people after they've been contaminated to come over to somewhere and then contaminate people who aren't contaminated? Do you understand? Should have evacuated your people immediately. You didn't. It's Fukushima. Daiichi. Die with honor. And trying to do this to everyone, from every country. You know, except for I think, was it Switzerland? One of them, they kept testing the ground, the air. I reported on it before. I think it was Switzerland. They tested the air. They tested the water. They tested the ground. Kept testing everything once an hour and kept telling the people what the real rad readings were. How about that one? Wouldn't you like to have a government like that that really cared about the people, not cared about the economy, the taxes, the panic? I don't understand it. I don't get it yet, but it's okay. Sounds like Switzerland might be the place to go. It's too high up, though. I don't like high altitudes. But don't do well with that. But it sounds like Switzerland, you know, they care about their people. They announced it every hour. Here's the readings. Wow, I got stuff on my face. Sorry. Here's the readings. Once an hour. The reading in the air. The reading. Here's your rad reading. We'll do it every hour till we know what's going on. I respect that. They do have honor in Switzerland. And they have fallout shelters for every single one of their people. Do you realize that? They all know in Switzerland, here's the underground fallout shelter in case of an emergency. Everyone knows where it is. And this is where you go when we sound the alarm. But do you see? Yeah. Probably not everything is perfect. You'll never have something perfect if humans are running it. Only if God runs it, then it's perfect. But I'll tell you what, anywhere else is starting to look better and better. And I'm going to put a plug for Warrior, the number 4, God. Warrior for God. I watched him in 2009 and was talking about the Chinese coming in and buying up all the land and their sovereign land. He's a little bit of a giant activist, you know. He's like on the extreme side. But he said it, he predicted it like years before. His channel is Warrior for God. You tell him I sent him. I never really subscribed or put I liked him because I figured he's probably on some kind of list for some of the things he says. Some of the things he says, he's worse than Alex Jones, alright? But, and he's getting into the zombie thing. And I remember years ago he was talking about the zombie thing. So he has a real good thing on the zombies. And heads up, Warrior for God. And I liked his stuff. I would try to mirror it, but then he starts getting into some other, like extreme stuff that I don't want to mirror. But I'm just giving you a verbal that I thought that some of the stuff he says was like a thumbs up because it came true. And he talks about the zombie issue. The next time I do a zombie tape, I might incorporate just the zombie part of what he said. He said he went to Germany and reported back he saw the microfiche and all the zombie programs from old Germany and what the experiments were with the animals and all that. He said that they unleashed it on us. He talked about that years ago that I can remember. I think it was 2009, maybe 2010. But he did report on it, and now it's happening. Alright. Heads up to all your naysayers, too. He reported on the sovereign land that's going to be given to the Chinese. That's happening. Look it up. That's real. AMC is now owned by the Republic of China. When you go to an AMC movie theater, your money goes to the Republic of China. Remember that. Cover over Reactor 1 is only cosmetic, built to keep Webcam from filming badly damaged building. Has nothing to do with preventing radioactive materials from escaping. Local Japanese official headline, please defuse. Are we the guinea pigs after all? No. It's just they're doing a kamikaze thing, and they're taking themselves out too. It's not just the regular people. All of them, they already know. It's some mass suicide thing is what this is. And they're trying to bring down all the other countries with them. Do you understand that? They're doing a kamikaze. And if all the rest of the countries are too dumbed down because they're so worried about their paper money and their gold and whatever the hell else you're worried about, do you understand that I guess the Japanese is just going to end it all? There's some over there, I guess, that decided to go crazy and said, let's just end it all. And they have these things in all the different countries. Don't you understand what that is? They don't have to shoot missiles anymore. They just let it melt down. We go into some kind of CME that takes all the computers offline and all our grids offline. We are so screwed. We have destroyed the whole planet. There's no question about it. Other than Fukushima is destroying it, that's just one out of how many hundreds that we have. And I'll say it one more time. And this is Diana Theory. So anyone that comes up with this was written out. It's dated. You know, the writing is on my wall. I'll say it again. You need to take all your missiles and put these rods as their payloads and shoot them out into space, far, far away, and let them eject and let space cool them off. You see what I'm saying? They must leave our solar system and go out into deep space. Will take millions, billions of years. Hopefully they won't hit anyone else out there. Or is that why you won't do it? Because if you launch these out, are you afraid that someone might think that you're being hostile to them and you're attacking them? Because I can't see why you can't take them out into space. You already garbage-sized and littered all the space with all the space junk out there. Shoot them out there. Okay. Shoot them onto a planet we're not going to. If you could have Voyager go around and go to all these different planets, and why don't you just shoot them onto, just go store them openly on a planet that has no life. Go send them out there. You got to aim for something that you already know is like too cold, you know, like Pluto or something, and go store them over there. Store them off-world, alright? Is that so hard? Store them off-world. You have the capability go ahead. You don't want to just throw them into space. You're afraid you're going to maybe piss off someone out there. Send them to a planet that you know, a nearby planet that you know there is no life. There's no problem with that. Store them off-world. There it is. Now I've came up with the new terminology for you. Off-world storage of nuclear depleted crap. Alright? Yet store them off-world. Why don't you do something that is good for mankind? Instead of studying how far the next solar system is, and wow, we could take a picture and spend billions of dollars on that, do something that will maybe save us, NASA, and send that stuff off-world. Boy, you'd be all up and running with those contracts, and of course you would hire me as your consultant and also whatever, the head of that department. You would make trillions of dollars. Every government would pay you to send that stuff off-world. Alrighty then. Let's go and check, I gotta find a job somewhere. Jeez. But there's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. You gotta store them off-world and there would never be a problem. You know? And that's it. And that's my thesis for today. What is the government waiting for? Japan will not act. U.S. must address threat of number 4 fuel pool. That was today. Doesn't say who wrote that, though. What is the U.S. government waiting for? Japan will not act. U.S. must address threat of number 4 fuel pool. See, I didn't even read this. We're going live. Just read it now. What is the U.S. government waiting for? What are you waiting for? Are you afraid there would be panic? What do you think is going to happen when that thing blows up? And as I think it was Gunderson said, when it goes, it's going to be at such force, and it's 3,000 degrees, right? That it's going to come over. And it's going to rain hot particles, just like if we were all hit by, you know what I'm saying? God, it's nuclear winter with hot ash. And the other thing is, I was going to talk about something. Oh, forget it. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I can't even remember now. I'm just so upset about this Fukushima stuff. They worry about all this other crap. They don't understand. Oh, let's run for president. Let's spend billions of dollars. Let's run for president. Let's spend billions of dollars on whatever and blah 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 and NDAA and let's bring it back. Right? That's what you did anyway. Congress voted on it again after Superior Judge said, "Oh no, it's not constitutional." Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, put it back in place. Oh well. So, we know they have something in mind. So, I don't know what it is. It's probably beyond all of us. But, also, Warrior for God, listen to what he said. He said the reason why they're spraying the barium and the metals and the mercury and all that stuff over the populations is so that it take picture of you, so you're being painted from the inside out, right? Just like when they do a medical test and they do barium. He's saying when the people who aren't going to be chipped, they can still find you because you have this barium and aluminum and all this stuff on you now that they can see you quite easily from, I guess, one of their drones, even if you don't take the chip and you run. So that's just a heads up on that. It's part of the chemtrail thing. See how it's all merging together? And that's it, I think, for today. You think I'm crazy? Oh, she's crazy. Oh, what a drone did? Oh, it crashed in Maryland, didn't it? Oh, well. The people probably going, What happened? What's that for? Must be a UFO. Yes. No, it's not. Can't wait for the disclosure project because it's coming now. Before the end of 2012, they're going to disclose the real information on UFOs, aliens, and everything. They're working on that right now. I donated my tape. You can look it up. I ran it on one of the more disclosure UFOs. And oh, I wanted to show you what I had. Wait a minute. And don't forget again, it's Father's Day. Let me get into something here for you. I want you to see something. Let's move this one. Let's go into my channel a different way. I'm going to show you something. I got really upset earlier. Okay, we'll go in this way to my channel. Here. I want to show you what happened when I first tried to record. I want your take on this. You, all computer nerds and people that know something about electronics. I don't know what this is that happened here, but let's see if it's on here. I never seen anything like it. Let me go on here for you. I know, I don't want to bore you. Oh, it's boring. No, it's not. I want to show you something for you people who have channels. This is good information for you. I didn't put it public, but I'll show it to you this way. Oh, that's a funny picture. Let's go into Video Manager. This thing's so slow. Also, when you use, heads up, when you use the video editor, for some reason my virtual memory starts getting eaten up. And you can hear it's trying to get some kind of information out of the computer. We're going to go in here. I'm going to show you how my show was going to start. And it's probably going to echo because there is a delay. No, I'm going to have to contact Warrior for God. See if he can send me the video somehow. Here we go. Look at this. You guys see this. There we go. What the hell? Hi, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana. And today is June 14th, 2012. What is that? And as you can see, the camera is acting wacko for some reason. Must be from that smart meter. It's actually picking up signals of weirdness. But after I closed it, okay, that's enough of that. But, oops. After I closed the camera, it was still doing it for that. I don't know if that's from the smart meter, if that's from YouTube. It has a whole bunch of crosshairs and weird stuff. And pictures and weird things. I don't know. It flashes to weird stuff. But I wanted you to see that. Heads up. I don't know what that's about. Maybe someone can leave a comment that knows all about that kind of stuff. Because that, I never seen that before. That is very strange things coming up on there. And it looks like crosshairs. Like it's, you know, like the moon pictures with the crosshairs like this across. Like it's, it was taking pictures from the other side. If that makes sense to you. Alrighty then. You have a wonderful evening. Oh, it's 4 days down. It's the eve of Friday. Tomorrow's the weekend. We almost made it. Here we go. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Don't forget Father's Day is coming up. You might have to make reservations now. Call tomorrow. If you're going to a nice restaurant or something for your pops. Papa. Papa. Alrighty then.